Hi everyone, this is Pramita here, and we're going to do the second part of this mini ephemera folio that we were creating. So this was our prototype. So that basically we have this for our inspiration, and you can make this in this way or you can make it in any way you like. But here we have a fold out pocket. So this was a part of my design team project. If you have seen my previous video, you will know that I had done this as a part of as a part of the ephemera folio item. So here is a pocket where I have some journaling card. Here is another pocket. And here is an envelope flip. So we are trying to create something very similar to this, and we have proceeded somewhere, but we will complete more or less the project, not entirely, because we need to make the journal cards also. So we're going to make the journal cards from pre-made bases. I'm going to show you how I do that. So here what I've done is, remember we had selected the paper, we had folded this out, and then we made this envelope tuck spot sort of thing. So I'm going to post all the links below, and in the meantime what I've done is there's a thunderstorm going on and I'm filming amidst that. I shouldn't be, perhaps, so that's I don't know. Okay, so let me see how much we can proceed. So what I've done in the meantime is I have created a similar tall pocket sort of thing. Now this is just using some tea stained paper. I have just crunched it up, added some elements. So this was from Stephanie's Junk with Steph, some stamp she had in her kit, which I have fussy cut out. Then these were some butterflies. These are from my digitals. You can see them in my shop, and so is this. So this was actually a journal card like this, and what I did was I just fussy cut it out, and that's also one of the ways how you can use these. You don't need to use them as journal cards. You can use them like this. So I've fussy cut it out, and these words are also from my shop. So I've made some tiny embellishment sort of clusters which are stuck down, and here I have put together the elements, and they're looking pretty nice. And I have a pocket over here, and at the back what I've done is, this was a bit of Edith Holden book page I had, and this is a image from my bird fussy cut out, I think. Yeah, so bird fussy cut out. This is from Artemis. So here I have some labels, and everything is just put together, and now is the time when I'm going to tuck this in. And on this envelope what I've done is, I had this scrap of paper. I have used my envelope punch board to make this envelope, and I'm going to attach this to the flap. Now this is the paper which is going to go in. Now what I've done is, I didn't want to bulk this up, and I also didn't want to cover the digitals. This paper is one of the Masterboards that I have in my shop. This is probably the first Masterboard number 1. Maybe I'm going to come up with some more Masterboards, I'm not sure. So I'm I have lined the inside with this, because this is not a double-sided paper. This is not your cardstock. So you need to, I needed to cover this up. You can add pages here if you want to, but I'm not going to do that in this case. And the only thing I'm going to do now is assemble everything and decorate a little bit of this envelope. So the envelope I want will go in like this. It's going to flip out like so. Okay, so I have this over here. So I want the envelope to flip out at the top, You can do it any ways you like. You can, you can put it this way. So in that case, I need to put this like so. Okay, I can use it like this, and then I can also tuck this here. So my envelope will flip like this, and this pocket will flip like this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to ink up this envelope and do a little bit of collage over here. Now these are all gesso. I had been repurposing a kind of cookie box, you could say, but I'll show you if I can. So I have these kind of boxes, I don't throw these away. So I have this kind of a box. I'm going to make an ephemera folio out of these boxes. So what I've done is I've chopped off the extra bits, and then I've done some gesso, and so those are the ones that you see. So I'll share once I get it going. It's in a very basic stage right now. So I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to show you. Okay, so I don't have anything that I can cover this. That's a shame. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up a little bit. Okay, and so if you have not watched the first part, then I will highly recommend that you go and watch the first part. And then I have these scraps, you can use them in any way, but I like to just tear them. I don't like sharp edges. And I'm just going to see where I can put this. So I'm just going to put this over here, wrap this like so. Okay, so I don't need this part. So I'm just going to put it over here because I don't want to cover the floral element. I'll just add some glue. Now, one trick that I've said before, when you are doing collage, don't think too much. If you start thinking, you'll never get it done. So here is my thing done. Okay, then now what I had done was I had selected 2 butterflies. Now these butterflies are also in my shop. They are the butterfly fussy cut kits. So I'm going to use them like so. Okay, so this is going to go in here, and this is a pink one, so I need to trim this a little bit. So just as I said, we are in the middle of a storm, and I don't know when I can get this uploaded. We are having heavy rains. But even though it's raining, it's not cool enough. I mean, come on, I shouldn't be complaining, but that's how it is. So I've just put down these, and then what I can do is I'm going to make a tiny word embellishment using some of the papers that I have in my shop. So these are the words that I have in my shop. There are actually 3 sheets to it, but I don't know where did I place the 3rd sheet. Anyways, so you get a ton of words, and each of the words are repeated twice. So it's meant like that. So I'm going to use one word, that is, I did use something similar. Just a second. So this is gratitude. Okay. So let me use something flourish. Okay. So I'm just going to take this off. Now this is a very light creamish kind of color. I'll tell you why I chose this color. Because you can grunge it up as you like, or you might leave it pale as it is. Okay, so I'm going to grunge this up, and not much, but you'll see how beautifully it will take the color. And that is one of the reasons why I have just looked at this beautiful color. So this is why I have kept this creamish color, because I found that if I make it any darker, it's not picking up that that sort of finish, the one that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this word flourish, and I'm going to make a small tiny word embellishment cluster. It's not a cluster, it's just an embellishment of sorts. So this is a vintage fabric that I have, and I'm going to line this up. I'm going to take off the threads, make it a little bit raggedy kind of. So I think this is going to be a 3-part series sort of thing. So there will be another part where I show you how you will be able to create some journal cards for this project. So here I might not add pages to make it a journal, tiny journal of sorts, but I don't know why it's not. So I have this, so you can see how it's going to work. So I can put it over here. Okay, but it's not going to be this only. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I have this gauzy kind of material that I generally use, which is like so. This is a very light netting material, and I'm going to take off the threads. Okay, so I'm going to take off the threads, and I'm not going to throw the threads away. There are some weird. And I'm going to place this on top of this. Okay, and then I'm going to put a bit of lace. I'll show you. I have talked about my lace box, so I don't think it needs any introduction, anything more. Okay, so I have this bit of a lace, so I'm going to take off the edges, make them a bit more raggedy. Okay, and then I'm going to layer this on top of this, so you can see how raggedy it's becoming. And then this is the cluster I'm going to create. Okay, so I'm going to stitch everything up. Now you can see there are so many layers. There's the fabric, there's this gauzy material, and 2 bits and tiny bits of lace. Now I am not going to stitch them as it is. I try to back these up with paper. So I'll try and back this up with some kind of paper. Why, I'll tell you, because this will help me to glue it way better than a fabric directly. Okay, so if you have any confusion about whether you have the glue, whether you can stick that or not, try and stitch that on a piece of paper, and then you can just stick it with some PVA glue. Okay, so I'm back after stitching this, and you can see how lovely it's looking. I'm going to make a bunch of these embellishments using the words that I have in my shop. Now, the things that I list in my shop are usually the ones that you can use in many ways, not just as something just to add to your journals, but something else also. So I'm going to make a bunch of these and show you how you can stash these, keep them in your stash and then use them. So this is going to be like so. I'm going to add this and I'm going to just glue it down, and you can see how easy it is. Okay, so even before I glue this, what I want to do is I'm going to ink up the other sides and the insides. Okay, so I'm going to just ink this up. Also, I'm going to do some stenciling. Okay, so I have this inked up, and what I'll do is I'll just glue it down. That's it. But I'm going to trim this bit off. Reason being, it's going to be easy to slip in and out, of the items that you want to keep here. So I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling. Okay, so I have the stencil. This is a no brand stencil sort of thing, and I'm going to do it this way because this is the alignment of the envelope. I'm just going to take this. This is a big brush. You can avoid. So I have a typical technique of doing stenciling, which is light to dark. I don't know, somebody is trying to send me a message. So this is how it's looking, and I'm not going to do anything else. Just brush this up a little bit. So I might add some sort of a charm over here if I feel like. So it's going to be like so. I'm going to add this over here. Okay, so now it's going to be okay. So I'm going to attach that on my PVA glue. What I did was I had left it uncapped the whole night. Yesterday evening I was feeling super tired, and I was also in a hurry to finish Stephanie's my Junk Fit Steph design team project. I had to add some charms. I wanted to do a few things, but anyways, so it's not working. I need to unclog this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to use some other glue. This will take time. Okay, so this is also a small PVA glue, but in a smaller bottle, and this is heavy duty one. If you want to stick fabric, this is more for your multimedia kind of glue, and they come in small bottles only. They get, what do you call it, they congeal very fast. I don't want to cover this. I want to cover this. Okay, so this is how it's looking, flourish, and I might put a label or something over here. I do have a bunch of labels. I have these tiny, now this is looking absolutely messy, I know, but usually it's not so messy. I keep it pretty organized, but that's because I have been I had been working on other stuff, and okay, so I can put some label over here. I think that's going to look nice. Yeah, I'm just going to put a bit of it, not the entire thing. I don't know why I like to put the half labels. Oh my god, somebody is definitely sending me some sort of message. Okay, so my phone is running out of memory, so I don't know how I'm going to upload this. This is super annoying. So probably I'll have to edit some parts. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to use the other half. So that's it. So this is our envelope done, and now I'm just going to glue this part. So I'm going to glue this part, and we'll be done. Okay. So for the next part, what we'll do is we will create the journal cards, and we'll create the journal cards and also decorate the rest. So that's it. Now I'm going to just add these pockets and get this done with. So bye for now. I'll be back with the next part with all the bells and whistles that needs to be put in. Bye everybody. Have a great day.